Hi, I'm Lane Dalton, and I am here at Whitespace Art Gallery, and I am part of the cone9colab collaborative show. These are my works in the front. It's a very large, very beautiful show. So if you have a chance to come through between now and Sunday, I suggest you do. This is part of my Entropy series, which came about in 2020. I was getting very tired of using commercial coloring books, which I had always done as a meditation to kind of calm down at the end of the evening. And I started making freehand drawings and coloring them myself. And everything in this show stemmed from that one idea. What really motivates me in my work is the use of color. Sometimes a series will be connected with color. For example, Tropical Storm Number 1. These are tied together with colors that came from my home state of Florida, where I lived for 25 years before I came to New Jersey. So I like the colors like that in the summer. I also like stained glass very much, so a lot of things will mimic stained glass. And I'm motivated by botanicals, so you'll see a lot of things that look very organic. There's a lot of variety. I like movement. This one down here is one of my favorites. Dune. I have the Dune series, which I absolutely love. I've been doing this for about a year now, and I expect it to continue. I enjoy it very much, and I can't wait to see what this evolves into. And I'd love to see you over the weekend, so if you can make it down, please do.
Hey, my name's John Marin. My Dharma name is Unryu, which means dragon cloud. But I also use a whole lot of pseudonyms on my art. Dr. Fuji, Akajomaza, Jizo. And so I take a Zen approach to doing art. Many of these are done very quickly, but very intentionally, using Zazen or Zen meditation to focus on what happens before I actually touch brush to paper. But many of them involve creating spaciousness or panorama or negative space. So this piece here, you might say, is an Enzo. It's a circle with an open dot in the middle. This piece is very swirly, but it's very spacious. It was done in a single stroke. But often I might do 10 or 20 of these to actually get it right.
Right.
So it also really requires a lot of focus and throwing away pieces that don't work for me, or using them for Christmas wrapping. This one is called Bardo. It's also in this Enzo form. That's sort of brush-like. It's sort of like the passageway to the other world. In Tibetan Buddhism, the Bardo is a place between worlds where, depending what your karma was like in this world, you then have to choose the form or the being you will assume in the next world. In Tibetan Buddhism, they believe that children actually choose their parents, or that they have something to do with their reincarnation.
Oh, that's awesome.
I'm not, being a Zen agnostic, I'm not completely buying into that, but it's a nice idea. But I like the idea of space between things.
Hey everybody, it's Robert Dyken here, artist at Whitespace Gallery in Hackettstown, here for the cone9colab Wabi Sabi takeover show.
The takeover.
The takeover, yeah. And here are 5 of my other pieces up on the wall. The first 2 on the left that you're looking at now are pieces that were actually called accidental art. They were the palette paper renderings, or the end product after trying to create some other piece of art. Was throwing on the floor. They actually ended up being better than the art that I made. Was attempting to make.
Which is usually the case.
Yeah. The one in the middle was another experimental piece. I was just having some fun with palette knives and using these cardboard pieces and painting on them and cut them up and put them in a collage and put a frame on them, and now they're in this gallery.
Very nice.
And these pieces over here, this piece here was made at the DeCray School of Art in Plainfield. They're really just two, again, more experimental tiles that I think came out pretty interesting. Some glass infusion, some wood ash glaze, and I mounted it on a steel piece of steel that I had in my garage somewhere. This last piece here is really just scraps from my palette that I couldn't bear to get rid of.
Yeah.
So I collaged them onto a couple pieces of colored paper, put them in a box, put them in a frame. There we go.
All right.
So
Yeah, all very wabi-sabi.
very wabi-sabi. I work here. I've got a bunch of stuff that's all different styles, and the one that Frank is honing in on now is some ceramic work that I've done, hand-built stuff that I've done in various studios, using various methods, a lot of times using extrusion as the beginning point, and carving, chopping, whatever seems to be the right thing to do at that time. So it's very experimental and fun. And the ones on the wall are all giclée finish on cold pressed paper, and three of these here, these two that I'm pointing to are done from bathroom graffiti art. Some of these are from Brooklyn in bathrooms. This is from Pep Boys in Jersey City. This one here is actually a digital artwork that I've done. I do a lot of that I had printed in this style. And this one here is another bathroom piece from New York. Somehow or another, I seem to be interested in bathroom art.
Very nice.
Hi, my name is Frank May. I am at Whitespace Gallery in Hackettstown for the cone9colab exhibition Imperfect. I'm featuring 3 different series of work here, the sampling of those. So this is the first Boss series, this is the Release series, and over here we have the Resurfacing series. So I have collage, clay sculpture, ceramics, and acrylic and oil painting. So I want to feature, since this is mainly a ceramics, well, at least a ceramics base show, ceramics is a very core medium. Although I work in a variety of media, I look at all media with the lens of clay. So I want to just show you the release number 4 here. So this is a wood-fired, onigama-fired piece. So high-fire cone 12 with natural ash glaze. And next to it is another example of the release series. This is a smaller piece called release number 2. Again, you can see the difference of surface treatment. No glazes were used. This is natural ash fluxing on the clay body. And on the third one here, release number 3, is another example of that same thing, same clay body. Just want to show like a variety of surface treatments that the onigama can offer. So please come down and check out the rest of the work. Like I said, featuring 3 different types of series, all with the lens of clay.
This is my latest work, Simon Keller at Whitespace, and I am focusing on different wild clay. That's non-processed clay I get in nature and take it to high temperature with natural wood ash and use related materials like stone, wood, other organic materials. Stone relates to clay, wood is the wood ash, and you see these materials in different states of existence, so to speak. So if you would like, this green color is a natural wood ash glaze. So in a sense, it's a driftwood, and this glaze is the same thing. And the rock takes it millions of years to turn into clay. Clay and rock, in a sense, it's the same thing.
Over time.
And, so I perceive that as time traveling, and want to invite you to take the journey. Thank you.
Thank you so much.